guys, it's Susan and Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review, and this episode is after the hike for the Creeper 2015 walk from dusk till dawn.
That was such a fun trip, and to start this off, I really want to say, Susie, good job. 34 miles, 14 hours, in the middle of the night. Susan faced her fears, she went on a heck of a journey. What did you think?
I loved it. I loved it. So, you have to admit that you thought I would be crying.
I knew that we could make it to Abington just fine, but I had concerns about the return trip. But Susie did a fantastic job. I'm just incredibly impressed. I'm very proud. She faced her fears. If you're not used to hiking in the dark, I mean, it's an odd experience.
It is.
It's unnerving.
Yeah.
Your mind plays all these games of, like, what's in the woods. Like, did you worry about animals or snakes when you were out in the dark? Or was it something more psychological than that?
I think I was worried about the animals and snakes, and you can't see. I wanted to make sure that I had enough light directly in front of me and a good ways in front of me, because I just like to see. But yeah, you wonder, you know, people in the woods, are they jumping out? Animals jumping out. You know, you just wonder about stuff like that. But I overcame that and hiked all night long, and I did the longest hike that I've ever done. So, the most distance.
Right. Woohoo! Now, I have to say that's really interesting, because for me, I don't ever think about animals or snakes or anything like that when I'm out by myself. I think of werewolves, for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I know they don't exist, but anytime that I get alarmed, which isn't very often, I automatically go to monsters for some reason.
Maybe they do exist.
Maybe they do. I don't know. But yes, so Susie did an awesome job. I had a great time on that trip. We got to see lots of really cool wildlife. The geese.
Yes.
Yeah, and the babies I thought were just about the coolest thing ever. They are so cute.
Yeah, that was cool.
Ah.
Oh my god, they have babies.
Oh, look.
Oh, don't get near them. I'll attack us because of the babies. We even encountered a skunk that really wasn't on the video, but a skunk just kind of ran out in front of us, startled us, but, you know, it was a quick event and it went on to do its own thing, so.
But don't let her play that down, because she was incredibly alarmed over that skunk. Okay, so we're walking along, we're about to go over a trestle, and skunk runs by, well, we keep on walking, you know, we're, I don't know, 100 feet from where we saw that skunk on top of this trestle, which is like a bridge, and she was incredibly nervous.
Well, I mean, raise your hand if you want to get sprayed by a skunk.
Yeah, it was funny.
And they're going to spray if they get startled.
But
so
we were super far away.
Yeah, but like I said, raise your hand if you want to get sprayed by one. Nobody does. So I was just taking that extra precaution, just trying to get out of its way so it wouldn't get spooked.
Kentucky cologne, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
So, so we saw the geese, we saw the skunk. Let's see, we didn't see any deer that night.
No deer.
No.
Possum.
Lots of possums, rabbits. Yeah. You can see his tail right here. There's his little face. Check out his little hand. Hello, bunny. Hi, cutie.
And I said, why didn't somebody call me? And she said, Harold didn't call you? And I said, no.
By this time, Tony's family says Harold had become a demanding and controlling husband.
Saw the dead copperhead snake.
Spiders.
Yeah, lots of spiders.
Honey, what the heck are you doing?
I am slicing through spider webs.
Oh.
Because on these bridges, the spiders will build webs all over it, capture all the bugs that are above the river here. I'd just rather do this than have them in my face, all that good stuff. I'm doing it for you.
All right, you lead the way. we'll follow.
Yeah. For myself, I was tired when we got done. I was a little bit sore, but I rebound really, really quickly from that hike. I took the night off when I got home, rested, and by the next night, for the next 7 days, I was out night hiking, having a blast. We have to know, how are you feeling since you accomplished this adventure?
Okay, well, I will share that when we finished, we decided to eat, and then we came home. So we probably didn't get home that day till after lunch, and then we slept for a few hours. When I got home after being in the car for like an hour or so, and then getting home, I was not really able to walk very well at all.
Right. Hold on one second. Yeah.
I had maybe 5 blisters. Both of my heels blistered. The pinky toe seems to be a popular area for blisters, so both of my pinky toes. And then I had another one just in between 2 other toes. Blisters definitely made my feet sore, but I think it was just soreness.
Right.
It was just, extensive use of my feet, and for 14 hours. So after resting in the car, my feet, at the end of the hike, I was definitely done. I was hobbling,
Right.
kind of limping. And you could probably tell in the video I was limping. And then resting in the car, and then when I got home, I definitely had to have help walking into the house.
Right.
And then I rested. The next day I had to keep my feet up and just rested. And it is amazing how quickly your body can recover if you allow it to, if you give it rest. So let's say that was all on Sunday. By Tuesday I was doing my normal activity.
Yep.
The interesting thing is that it's been over a week now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still having some soreness in my feet. And I'm actually having a little bit of like fluid buildup. So it's kind of weird.
A little bit of swelling going on.
Yeah, so I'm not sure, why I'm still seeing that a week later. But I guess it's just my feet are still healing.
34 miles. That's probably the reason.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm doing my normal activity. I'm working out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back to doing everything normally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I really had a great time. Hiking at nighttime is one of my favorite things to do. And I think it's really cool that we were able to inspire other people to get outdoors, even at nighttime. There was a number of people on YouTube who stated that they were going to start their own creeper walks in their own area. And I think that's just really, really cool. A lot of women said that. Man, it's like we said in the video, animals don't want anything to do with you. Depending on where you live, like here, we don't ever have to worry about people. I mean,
No.
by 9 o'clock, most people go to bed here, so,
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be smart about it. I mean, it depends. Like, if you live in the middle of Detroit, going out for a night hike is probably a bad idea, I'm guessing. But,
Yeah, I think you need to be familiar with your area, or at least,
yeah.
know what the area is like.
Common sense.
Yeah, people are everywhere. Things happen everywhere. It doesn't really matter where you live, but just be smart. And I think it's just good to be aware.
Yeah.
It's
And
like,
be prepared, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't go hiking blindfolded, so.
Right. It's just like what Susan was saying, that she had one pocket knife that she showed you, but she also had a backup. 1 is none, 2 is 1. I mean, it's just all about being prepared. And, of course, that goes for anything and everything, including night hiking. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch our focus from the adventure to the gear, and we may go back to the adventure here in just a minute. But this episode was sponsored by Through Night, and they had a number of products, updated line to the Archer flashlight series that they wanted us to show off. And pretty much that's what we did. We came up with an idea, an adventure, to really show off those flashlights, and they did a great job. So basically, when we're talking about sponsoring, that's what we're talking about. All it is just a way to show off a product. It's not a review or anything like that.
No, it just showed it off. A big thank you to Through Night for doing that. A lot of people go out hiking and they might use headlamps, but we just used flashlights for the entire hike.
And I have to say, guys, many of you already know this, I am a huge fan of flashlights when it comes to hiking. I've done so much night hiking over the years with my friends and my buddies, and there's always a place for headlamps. And typically what happens is that you're hiking around with your friends at nighttime, everybody has a headlamp on, and it's only natural for when your buddy's talking to you that you turn around and stare at them.
And blind them.
And it just happens over and over and over. And really, I like flashlights because they're much more powerful and typically lighter weight. You know, if you're going to wear a headlamp that's comparable in power, typically it's pretty heavy to have on your noggin. Now, when it comes to those flashlights, of course, we had the Archer 1A V2, we had the Archer 1C V2,
and the Archer 2A V2.
Yeah. Now, of course, as you can see here, a number of different sizes and profiles with different levels of lumens and so on, and they performed very well. We burned each one for about 3 hours during that trip, and you know, it's like Susan said, it's nice having a really bright light to be able to look at the ground or see far ahead, and that's one of the reasons why I like using flashlights when we're hiking, because they're so bright. You can illuminate such a wide area. Personally, that's just the way I like it. I like to hike with flashlights.
Yep, and you could pick your setting. It didn't have to be bright the whole time. If you were walking, you know, by a lot of houses or cars, you know, you might not want the flashlight on bright. So we could adjust them very quickly, just pushing the button. So it all worked out really good.
Yeah, it did. Now, when it came to our backpacks, Susie, what did you have?
I had the Black Diamond Octane pack.
Mm-hmm.
It was that bright green pack.
Good. Where are you going?
But one thing we realized quickly after it turned dark and everything got really quiet, it's very squeaky. It has the adjustable waistband, so it like pivots with your hips, and it was squeaky.
Yeah, now I've had that backpack for many years now, and when I first got it, I put a little bit of lube on it, and I guess it's time to actually put a little bit more. It just needs to be greased up just a little bit.
Now, folks, listen to this.
Very comfortable pack, though.
Very comfortable. I loved it. There's no issues. That's really not even an issue. It was just noisy. It was actually quite funny walking all night long.
Squeaky hooters.
We had a quick pace, so it was just squeak, 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 you know, as I was walking.
Yeah. But luckily, that didn't go on all night. It was only for a couple hours. It seems like he took it off and then...
Yeah. It definitely, it got better. But definitely at the beginning, it was squeaky. I'm not sure.
Let's see. And I had the Mammut Creon pack, which was very comfortable.
After you, love.
Let's see. I'm not entirely sure what my weight was with that pack fully loaded. I'm guessing around 20 pounds. Now, that pack was designed to be very lightweight, very breathable, and to carry a very lightweight load. And I did notice that, you know, my shoulders got a little bit sore from carrying that pack. And that's something that we'll have to continue to test out for our review purposes into the future. But, I mean, really, overall, if you're going to carry a pack for 34 miles straight, for 14 hours straight, you're going to get a little sore. So, you know.
Yeah. Can't really blame it on the pack.
Yeah, but it definitely didn't rub me raw or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all in all, I do like that pack.
So some of you may have noticed that when we stopped to take a break to eat or just have coffee, that I would get really cold. And I think there's a clip where I'm actually shivering and shaking.
Gosh, you are shaking, aren't you? Mm-hmm. I have hand warmers. Yeah. You want them?
No.
You can stick them in your pockets. So, the question is, Susie, are you having fun?
Yes. And I know that there were some comments about maybe I should have had another layer or maybe I needed to bring more layers. And the thing is I was not cold until we just stopped. I think after walking at a quick pace and then you stop to take a break and you're sitting, your body just cools down. It was a cool night. It wasn't extremely cold or anything like that. What was the temperature?
It actually got colder than I expected. The low was forecasted to be about 42, something or other, but it actually dropped down to 36 degrees that night.
Okay.
And especially when you're right next to the water like that, you're talking about higher humidity. And that, I mean, that just adds to it just being that much colder. But, you know, Susan was cold when we stopped, and she had extra layers in her pack. But as soon as you start up again, you would heat right back up. So it's
Yeah.
one of those things like, do you want to put all those clothes on just to take them back off when you're only stopping for a short period of time?
Yeah. So, I mean, once I started walking, I would have been sweating if I had too many layers on. So it was better for me to be comfortable while we were walking.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I just got a little chilly. I just still didn't feel that it was
Yeah.
extremely cold or anything like that. I think by morning we definitely had our hats on, our gloves on.
But within an hour or two of the sun coming up,
Yeah.
it got hot.
We took them back off. So,
You know, it's funny talking about this here. Now, you guys know that I go night hiking a lot, and my brother usually goes. Now, my brother is incredibly hot-natured. It could be 26 degrees with ice on the ground, and that kid is wearing shorts. I kid you not. Shorts, he's wearing flip-flops, and, I mean, he will get cold when we go out, when we stop. But, of course, like, he doesn't want to bring those extra layers because he doesn't want to carry them around when he starts actually moving again. And, I mean, it really goes hand in hand with what Susan's saying here. Man, when you stop, sometimes it's just easier just to be cold than it is to put all that stuff on than to take it back off.
yeah. I think I packed everything just right, and I think I was perfectly comfortable. you know?
Absolutely.
So, did you throw up?
No, I did not throw up from that trip. Let's see, we went out to breakfast as soon as we got done and had a huge breakfast. That was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Biscuits, gravy,
My
croissant.
favorite thing. Yeah.
Oh, buddies. God, that was
Juice,
good.
coffee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Can we go there for dinner?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Now, switching our focus back over to the adventure, let's talk about Abington, Virginia. Now, of course, with this trip, we hiked from Damascus, Virginia, all the way to Abington, Virginia, and we did not spend much time in Abington. Now, I like Abington. I think it's a pretty cool place. I like the Creeper Trail. Again, pretty cool place. But Abington is kind of an odd little area. They have a lot of interesting, weird crimes all the time. I'm sure it's not too much different from any small town, really. But, yeah, I don't know.
You see more people just kind of hanging out. There's like a little park and bathrooms. You see more people just hanging out at all hours of the night.
Yeah, for very long periods of
Yeah,
time.
it's bigger than Damascus, so there are more people.
Yeah.
So we just hiked there, turned around, and headed back.
Yeah. So basically, we got in and we got out of Abington and we hoofed down the road a little bit, down the trail for a couple of miles, and we stopped and we had more coffee and we ate a cinnamon bun, which was just freaking awesome. One person said that we should have had more than one, and we did.
We did, and we didn't even eat it. We brought it back home and ate it the next day or something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we both had one. We just, we would take a break, we would eat something, and we would just get started again. And we didn't take that many breaks, so that's probably why we didn't eat the other one.
Yeah.
But, so what would you do differently? If we do this again, what would you do differently?
We had a very fast pace. I mean, 14 hours, 34 miles, that is a very fast pace. Typically, if you're going to go out backpacking and you're going for the distance, you would pace yourself a little bit better than that. You would stop and eat more, snack more, rest up more. So, it would be nice to do it again, but at a little bit more leisurely pace, I guess.
Take more time.
Yeah, just take more time. I enjoyed the adventure a lot. So, really, there's not much that I would really want to change, to be honest with you. What about you?
I loved it. I had more fun than I thought I would have. I think a part of me was dreading it because it was all night long and it was such a long distance. But I actually had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
So that was surprising that it actually turned out to be lots of fun. So
Yeah.
I would do it again.
Maybe we will.
Maybe try different shoes.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know. See if that makes a difference just as far as maybe if I had shoes with more cushion. I'm not sure if it would really make a difference.
Right. As in regards to soreness, right?
Yeah.
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 It's like there's a lot of things that you can do to prevent blisters, but you're still talking about 34 miles. There's a lot of things that you can do that will lessen the chance of getting blisters, but you're still going to get them. I mean, if we wanted to, we could have taken the time and have wrapped our toes in tape. That would have prevented some blisters. I mean, I had 2, and to me that wasn't worth going out of my way to prevent them, you know. Your feet, you had a number of blisters, but none of them were very large or very painful. So again, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do or not do. Everybody's got to kind of make that own decision themselves.
I think you have to condition your feet. That's what it comes down to. Your feet have to be conditioned.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
Get tougher, thicker skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it was a great adventure. I was so happy to be part of it. So thank you for including me.
Yay, Susie!
And thanks to Through Night for providing the flashlights.
Right. The flashlights did a great job. Yeah. You know, and again, I'll show you guys those one more time. We will have previews on all these coming up. Now, when it comes to my favorite one, it was the 1C V2. Just a really small little flashlight. I mean, it's just perfect for the hand. Feels good in the pocket because it's not so large. Just kind of clip it on. That's my little favorite flashlight. But you guys, we'll talk more about these in the future whenever we do a review on them. Now, some people want to know, will we be doing another night hike adventure? And I am pleased to say that we more than likely will be. And fairly soon. There's actually a number of companies that we're in talks with right now about kind of doing the same sort of thing. So, yeah. I think we definitely have some really cool things in the works. Some really, really cool places to go. And products to show off. So, yeah. Stay tuned. There's cool things in the works. Before we end this video, I do want to say that Greg won the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia question thing that I did at the beginning of the episode. I am going to be the Nightman. Woo! If anybody can tell me what that's from, I'll send you something in the mail free. I had asked, what is the Nightman from? And he was the first person to guess It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And that was my trail name for that trip. I was the Nightman.
Awesome.
Yep, and yeah. Susie was Hooters here. So, Greg, I will be sending out a package to you. Enjoy it, my friend, enjoy. You know, speaking of that, I am surprised at how many people watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
It must be popular.
Just about everybody on here got that right. So, to wrap this up, we'll give Susie the floor here. Do you have anything else to say about From Dusk Till Dawn, Creeper Walk 2015?
Can't wait to do it again.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Let's do it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys around. Strength and honor, everybody. Take care.